Well, definitely the most popular lure fishing technique in the UK at the moment has to be drop shotting. Everyone's got onto it in the last few years. It's a fantastic way of catching perch. So I thought we grab Luke and just ask him about how he goes about rigging his drop shots and how he fishes them. So, do you use a drop shot that much, Luke?
I use a drop shot, yes, but I use it in a different way.
Yeah.
First, when I want to find birds, I will fish with lead head.
Yeah.
Because that's more the search bait.
Right.
You cover a lot more water.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you find the school of birds and you really want to empty this spot, it's better with a drop shot.
Right.
Because you can fish longer on the spot
Yeah.
itself. And with lead head you will catch the bigger ones maybe. But with a drop shot, you catch all.
Yeah,
that's what I always say.
That's it.
So,
it's because the weight's there. You can fish it really, really slowly and really cover those spots, can't you?
Exactly. You can really trigger the fish to bite, and but you have to know where they are. I think if you don't know where the fish is, then it's more difficult to find it with a drop shot. In fact, I always carry 2 rods with me.
Right.
One with lead head, casting, finding the fish. And when I find a few fish and the bites are stopping, then I go over the same spot with a drop shot.
Right.
And that's working many times.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I must admit I prefer normally to fish with a light jig head, a small shad and cast for them. But there's times, especially I find, when the water temperature is really cold. And I think, looking at the sounder, that the perch are sitting very tight to the bottom where, again, the drop shot and a much slower approach seems to work better for me.
Yes, I agree. And especially you can fish with thinner line. For example, this block tease is a very good drop shot lure. And you can fish it very calm. And yeah, you can catch a lot of fish with it.
Yeah. I find with the blood tease, it's a bait that if you match it to the right size hook, it's almost critically balanced, and you can fish it so slowly, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you hardly have to impart any action or move it at all. You can just keep it on a spot.
Yes.
And keep some action going into it.
And it is like a real worm. If you see the colors, this is a pink one, but we also have the real blood worm, and we have very nice colors in that. And you can fish it with one, just like this.
Yeah.
And also when you make a little bit slack line, it will sink very slowly and natural to the bottom.
Yeah.
But I like to put 2 on the hook.
Right.
And that makes it very special. We will show it later in the tank, but with 2 on the hook, it's extremely efficient.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've not tried it like that, but I can really see how that would work.
You will see the action when I show it in the pool. So this is very good. This one I cast, I let my lead going to the bottom, and then I twitched a little bit. I pull like 20 centimeters. I wait a little bit, 1-2 seconds. And then I make slack line, but not a complete slack line, just a little bit. Yeah. So then the worms are slowly going to the bottom, and it makes it easily for the fish to inhale it.
Right.
Yeah. So I fish this worms different than, for example, with the shetties. The shetties, 7.5 centimeter is also an excellent lure for perch on the drop shot, but I fish this one different. This one, like I say, small twitches, 20 centimeters.
Very slow, and you can really search through the spots slowly, can't you, with that?
Yeah. If this is not working, I try a slim shetties, just one on the hook, light lead head. I always try to go as light as possible, but as heavy as necessary. That's my rule. If I fish with the shetties, then I fish also a little different. I fish slowly, so it has a nice swimming action. We will show that also in the tank. So I fish it more continue, like 1 meter turning in the reel, stop a little bit.
So you're getting the tail working a little bit.
1 meter, little stop, just a fraction of a second. 1 meter, little stop, 1 meter, little stop, and then hang on.
Perfect. Yeah. Really nice hard bites as well.
And I have to say, Paul, for drop shotting, we have a W3 drop shot rod. This rod is very sensitive. It has a very sensitive tip. A lot of body in the rod. And for this price, I think this rod is too good for the price.
Yeah, like you say, you need, the problem I found with a lot of rods in the past is you have the sensitive tip, which you need to feel what's going on at the lure. But then when you come to try and set the hook,
that's where it goes wrong.
That's where it goes wrong. And you need more backbone in the middle of the rod, really.
Yes.
So you've got enough power to set that hook.
This rod is specially designed for drop shotting, and it has a soft tip with a lot of backbone. So you know, when a zander is biting on the lure, you have to move the lure in the mouth. Because if you cannot move it, you will not hook it. So that's simple as that.
And it's just, let's go.
And with a too soft rod, you cannot move the lure when you strike. Nothing will happen down there. So that's the big difference. This has a very soft tip, to show you the bites, but also you can feel if you're fishing on a hard bottom or a soft bottom.
Yeah.
And if you ask me what is best, I'm always looking for a hard bottom.
Yeah.
And you feel you feel it perfectly with this rod.
Fantastic.
That's really my favorite. And we have it in 2.70 m. We have it in 2.40 m and 1.98 m.
For the boat fishing.
For the boat fishing, yeah. But the 240 is my absolute favorite. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, there you go, guys. There's some brilliant tips and tactics there from Luke. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon.
See you soon.